PSA, don't watch the Returnal launch trailer. Nobody tells me what to do. Hey, what's up guys, my name is Cherno. Welcome to another reaction to a game trailer for a game actually that's coming out tomorrow, which is Returnal. So apparently, I haven't really heard of this game before today. I don't know how it slipped past, well, everything for me, but it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which is set to release tomorrow. It's made in Unreal Engine by a Finnish company who, according to Wikipedia actually, Housemarque Oy, which is a Finnish developer based in Helsinki. 80 employees, so we know that the team is possibly around that size. And also it's Finland's first commercial video game developer. So yeah, I mean, they've been in the business for a while. High expectations for this. They're using Unreal Engine for this game, Unreal Engine 4. Let's take a look at the trailer and see what we've got here. So this is the launch trailer. Whoa. What was up with that skin? That was beautiful. Damn, look at this. Look at that kind of overexposed vibe. Like, it's not, I don't think it's quite overexposed. Like, I'm not seeing any pure whites here. Could be just, you know, color corrected to be gray, but my point being that it just looks like it's captured from a camera, really. Like, look at this stuff. Like, already we're just watching some kind of movie. Ooh, can you see some noise here, maybe? It's just more to do with Unreal's like rendering, really, but yeah, really really nice work on the skin. So this is a horror game, as far as I know. Oh, that is a beautiful aesthetic. That right there is one of my favorite aesthetics. It's kind of like warm tones, autumny kind of colors, you know, country vibe. I love this. Wow, look at that. Look at the detail in the piano with like all the reflections and everything. And that you've got that kind of hexagonal, like bokeh kind of out of focus elements here, which is really cool. And did you see the way those keys were like bouncing a little bit? Man, that is the attention to detail. Like, look at that key. See how after she lets go, it kind of just goes down a bit. I mean, I don't know. I've been playing piano since I was 4. I don't think I've ever noticed that. I'm not sure if that's a thing or if this piano is just a bouncy piano. But it looks cool. That detail's kind of cool. And actually, just looking at the texture detail of everything here, look at all those wood grains and everything. And I love this kind of metal brass kind of part here that's reflective as well. It looks very cool. This shot looks great, honestly. In fact, the hand's probably the worst looking thing in this shot. It doesn't look particularly bad, but the piano just looks very solid. And you can also tell by looking at all these kind of dirt marks. See, that's really like attention to detail now, right? Because making a piano, you know, a lot of people would just be like, oh yeah, we'll just get like the black key. It's black. That's the color. You know, maybe just, you know, make it a little bit smoother so that it's more reflective. Done, you know, but this is like, you know, you got to get those imperfections in there. You have to lay in your kind of dust and dirt and all of those kind of grime textures, because that's what realism is. So they've done a really good job with this. I like seeing that grime there. This is a good way to make a trailer. I like trailers that show 1 billion frames. It sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm actually not, because it's cool to kind of go through them and, you know, take a look at each frame almost individually. Like this still here almost looks like it could be from a movie. Like, you can't even tell, you know? This looks like a game. Oh, look at all that noise. I think you can definitely, like, I'm definitely seeing what I think is the difference between the cutscenes in this game compared to the gameplay, right? So, like, I mean, I might be wrong, but, like, I can tell, like, some of these things, like, this looks great, looks like a movie cutscene, but then you have this, which to me looks way worse. And it's a bit of a challenging lighting scenario, but this as well, right? And this is what to me looks like clearly gameplay. So there is that kind of, like, huge, I would say rather huge difference here. Like, this is no Ratchet and Clank, but it's still very impressive. Oh, that was a beautiful scene as well. This one right here. Those little clouds in the background with the highlights there from like the moonlight. Yeah.
It pulls us.
The story's actually got me quite interested so far. I mean, all I know about it is some spaceship maybe has landed somewhere. There's some nice autumny fields, which checks a box for me, I guess. I don't know.
It shapes us. Uncovers our secrets.
Let's go back to that little indoor scene. Bit of chromatic aberration actually going on over here. You can see how like you can see the blue and the red here. It's like a lens imperfection that they're simulating. That's interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of those style effects. It's very common for artists to try and add, you know, kind of physical light imperfections to things to make it look more cinematic. I personally don't think games need chromatic aberration. I hope that maybe they've done it here because it's kind of like in a helmet and there's that kind of glass, I guess, element going on. But otherwise, like, I don't think we need to simulate chromatic aberration for gameplay. Maybe for some cutscenes if you're really keen. The mist and the whole volumetrics here look really cool though. I mean, it's a horror game. I would expect the ambience and the sound especially, and like a lot of the environment to be quite, you know, solemn, I guess. So that seems like they're doing a pretty good job there. I'm not sure if that's exactly translucency on those leaves. Could just be the lighting. But the leaves look pretty nice as well. It's something I just noticed.
Uncovers our secrets. Hidden deep below the surface.
There's a huge contrast in environments that I'm seeing as well. A lot of them look very normal, like we saw this. Sorry if I'm going very slowly, by the way, through this. If you haven't watched the trailer, maybe watch it, unless you're meaning to play the game, because according to like Kotaku, for example, you shouldn't watch it if you're going to play the game. But you know, watch that first maybe if you're getting annoyed with me, because the point of this video is for me to actually take a look at it, even though I haven't even seen the whole trailer yet. But anyway, as I was saying, so this kind of you know, there's all these very realistic environments. Like we had this kind of house over here, right? We had you know, this indoor scene as well, but then that's also contrasted with these like, you know, just supernatural kind of spacey, out of this world environments, which is really interesting.
Secrets.
Almost reminds me a little bit of like Interstellar or something. Actually, it reminds me a lot of Interstellar because of that kind of farm vibe, and the, you know, this kind of thing over here. Okay, let's go back.
Hidden deep below the surface. With each rush upon
Let's go back to that little explosion there. For me, like these scenes, like the game really kind of falls apart in the gameplay scenes. Like it's not that it falls apart, it's just that compared to the cutscenes, there's this huge difference for me. I don't know, let me know if you guys are feeling that as well. Maybe I'm just in a particularly judgmental mood today, but I don't know, I don't like this frame. I don't like it, you know? It just feels a bit, I don't know, I don't like the motion blur on these elements as well. It looks very, yeah.
rush upon us.
This looks nice.
It leaves a fresh scar behind. No matter how hard we
They love their lighting effects and their bloom.
fight, we can never stop it.
That reminds me a little bit of
Never stop.
Stranger Things.
We alone must find
Oh,
meaning
snow.
amidst the flow. Creating our own fate. Finding our own answers. For when all is lost,
Oh, that's a nice shot. There's that piano as well.
the
You can
tide
see the reflections actually off of the ring. I won't bore you with that here, but if you go through this, you can see the reflections changing on the ring, which is kind of cool.
The tide remains.
I love this shot as well. Alright, so pre-order now available, yeah, tomorrow, as I mentioned. That looks like that's the end of the trailer. I guess, like, I don't know, mixed bag with this. I still think the game that I'm most excited at experiencing is probably Ratchet and Clank. We took a look at that, like, a couple days ago. I'll have it linked up there in case you guys are interested. I don't know what corner. I mean, this game, like, the story really intrigues me. I like, to be honest, that's kind of the most intriguing part. I'm just wondering how, like, these two worlds are going to collide and what's going on. I haven't seen the other Returnal trailer. I know there's like a bunch of these trailers. There was one, like, I think some announcement trailer, and there was like a gameplay trailer. Maybe it's worth looking at those. But like the actual gameplay itself didn't really attract me as much as the story did in this particular game. So I don't know if I don't know how interested I am in this. This morning, I think I actually managed to order a PlayStation 5. So I'm not 100% sure, because you can never be sure with these things. And they sold out in like 3 minutes, I think. But I have a confirmation email, and maybe it'll arrive next week. So if that's the case, let me know what games you think I should check out for the PlayStation 5. I might actually post some like gameplay and some actual, you know, game analysis on this channel instead of just like trailers. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that as well. But if there's some games that I should definitely pick up for the PlayStation 5, or at least, you know, what trailers I can watch to look forward to games that I should play, let me know what your list of, like, you know, your favorite kind of PlayStation 5 games are. Because at the moment, as I mentioned, Ratchet and Clank is still like #1 on my list. Like, I really want to play that game. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at Returnal. Let me know what I should look at next, as I mentioned. Hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yeah.